better than what's in the Strix in terms of overclock ability right now. Oh, did I get BPS customs? Please. Brian, I love you, man, but you gotta go down. I just spent 2 hours with this.
All right, Jay. I see you. Meet the Silent Wings Pro 4, the latest in the legendary line of silent, high-performing fans from Be Quiet. Available in 120 or 140mm sizes and with a high-speed option, the Silent Wings Pro 4 provide next-level cooling performance for your system using their optimized fan blade design and virtually inaudible operation. And with a 300,000-hour lifespan and 5-year warranty, these things are built to last. Check out the link below for more information. What's up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Overclocking for Dummies. Today, we're taking a look at the RTX 4090 and what it can do in Port Royal. Now, I have done some initial overclocking on this card, and as you can see, Jay just put up a video where he beat my Port Royal score. Now, that score was posted, I don't know, maybe a week or so ago, and it was part of an initial benchmarking run that I did and some not super aggressive overclocks. My FE card actually clocks pretty well. I think that run that was on the Port Royal leaderboard was at a plus 250 megahertz on the core and maybe plus 1500 on the memory, which is good. I have a good card. But I only spent maybe an hour playing with it. I haven't really put any serious effort into it yet. And we have a couple tools here at our disposal to allow us to maybe get up ahead of Jay and get back up into the top 10 of the Port Royal leaderboard, which unfortunately we have fallen all the way down on, and we are now outside of the top 25. We're at number 26. But the good news here is that my score of 28,316 is not that much off of the top 10. It's less than 1,000 points out of the top 10. So we've got a new test bench here. The initial score that I had set was with a 7950X. This is a 5800X 3D test bench with an X570 Aorus Master and our RTX 4090 Founders Edition. And we're going to bust out a friend of ours that we haven't played with in a couple of years. As you can probably see by how much dust is on this thing, haven't really used it all that much in quite a long time. But it's going to be perfect for cooling down our 4090. Not quite ready yet to dive into the world of exotic cooling, but pumping a little bit of cold air onto the cooler hopefully will get us some better clocks and some better scores. So we've got this AC going here, and I'm going to let this cool down a little bit, and then we're going to get into some benchmarking runs. So while this card cools down, let's get an overclock applied here to our 4090. We're going to crank the power limit up to 133%, which is crazy high, and I still can't believe that NVIDIA let us do that. I'm going to take this core voltage up as high as it can go, because right now these cards do tend to be limited by voltage, and if we can increase it even a little bit, we got to try to do that. And I'm going to apply the same overclock that I was able to achieve the last time I was doing this, and this is going to be our baseline. So we're at plus 250 on the core, plus 1500 on the memory, maxed out the power slider and the temperature slider, and also the voltage slider. All right, hello. 28,118. That's a really good, baseline run for just starting out here, because we almost matched our high score of 28,316. We're only 200 points off that, and we really even haven't started playing with anything yet. So let's try now to get up a little bit further. Let's see where our temps are at. So we maxed our clock out at 3,075 megahertz, and the board power draw was 516.5 watts. So we're ways to go on power, but as you can see, we are still limited by voltage here, unfortunately. So the next step is going to be, let's let this card cool down a little bit, and we're going to go plus 1600 on the memory and plus, let's just go for 300 on the core, and we'll see how quickly we crash.
All right, well, something tells me that that didn't work. I'm pretty sure that didn't work. I don't know, something's telling me that. All right, let's see if we could, maybe we have to exit out of here and restart the program. That was an epic fail. Let's stop this. Yeah, stop. Okay, so I'm not sure if that looked like a memory failure as opposed to a clock failure. So let's leave the clock where it is and go back down to 1500 on the memory, because that seemed to work fine before. And we'll rerun it. All right, we errored out here. I think that was clocks. So we can make some small adjustments here. It almost completed the test. So we'll do 275 here. And I want to bump the memory up a little bit, 1550. Yeah, okay. So we almost finished this test and the clocks were up at 3135. So maybe that's just not a sustainable number, but 3100 might be. So like plus 275 might get us there. And if we could bump the memory clock up just a little bit, I think we'll get some pretty decent scores. So let's, once again, let's let this cool down and we'll run it again. 28,276, so I'm still just a little bit short of my all-time score of 28,316. So we're almost there. I'm pretty sure I had this clocked up higher before, but I mean, during that run, the max, this is still reading 3135 because that's the last one, but during that last run we were constant at 3090 megahertz, peaking at 3105. So if we get that up one more bin, I think that would really help. So 285. I'll try 1575 on the memory. All right, let's give it a go. All right, so we crashed on that. I've switched over to using the standalone version of 3D Mark versus the Steam version. Some people say it makes a little bit of a difference, but I haven't necessarily noticed any differences in my results, but might as well give it a try, I guess. I'm going to bring this back to 275, and then we'll leave the memory at 1575 and see if it does any better. So this is kind of the same principle as when you're doing like sub-zero overclocking, extreme stuff, liquid nitrogen, etc. You really don't want to beat on the card too much, because the longer you keep it cold and running these extreme scenarios, the worse it's going to end up performing. You want to try to get those high scores right off the bat if you can. And I'm not sure that we're going to be able to achieve a high score right now because I've been at this for a little bit. I've put in a couple runs that I haven't showed you guys and have not yet been able to break my high score, which is really unfortunate, because I thought that we had a really good shot at it, especially now using the air conditioner. But I'm going to keep trying here. I'm going to turn the camera off for now and then keep trying. And if we do something cool, I'll definitely bring you guys back in.
A few moments later.
All right, well, we did do something cool. I actually lowered our clocks and increased our memory speed, and that resulted in a 28,650, which if we bring up the Port Royal leaderboard is going to give us a significant jump. 28, where were we? 28,650. So that's going to bring us up to 14th place and 300 points more than Jay. So that'll do. And I, for this brief moment in time, have taken my place back. I'm going to keep working on this tonight, I think. But for now, that's the end of this video. And Jay, 28,650, your move, buddy. Here's a little bit of a bonus run. We ended up getting up to 28,977. So that right there, my friends, is the new score to beat. We're just outside of the top 10 here. And for those of you who are wondering, because I just tweeted about something and somebody told me that my tubes were wrong, I know that they don't go in the back. They were back there initially.
I wanted to make sure that the whole metal shroud was cool, but during our runs, this is where they go. So thank you very much for the comment, but I got you. And then I got Jay, 28,977. Let's go.